Hey guys, I'm back and I'm back with another Instant Pot video. This time, however, I'm not making a cake, don't get too excited. I'm gonna make breakfast, that's right, in the trusty old Instant Pot. So what I'm gonna do today is the Starbucks Sous Vide Egg Bites, a copycat version of them. But we're not sous videing, we're Instant Potting. Because why? Because we love this and because it's easy enough to do. So I'm gonna be making broccoli cheddar ones today that are super delicious. I'm gonna make a double batch order of them because you get to make them in advance and this is a cutie little thing. And then I just store them in these containers in the fridge. You pop one or two out in the morning, microwave for 1 minute, literally 60 seconds is all it takes. And you have a delicious egg bite breakfast ready to go. So, you ready to watch? Let's get excited. Ready for step one? It's gonna involve your blender. So I have a really good blender, the Ninja, which has like a 3-tier blade system. You can also use a food processor or something else. I mean, you can do this by hand in multiple stages, but I just find this makes everything a lot easier to use the blender. So first step is just throwing in your eggs. I'm gonna be doing a double batch. So I'm actually gonna be using 8 eggs total today. You can choose if you want egg whites. I just do the whole egg because I don't feel like separating. Got egg 8. I have 8 eggs in here. I'm sorry, but every time I see egg yolks on its own like this, I just keep thinking of what is his name, like Gaston and Beauty and the Beast, and he just like chugs egg yolks. Oh. Anyways, love eggs, never eat an egg yolk. Next step after you have your eggs is you're gonna add in cottage cheese. It makes it cheesy, which who doesn't love cheesy, but also cottage cheese is really great in protein, so it adds some extra protein to it as well. Like I said, everything just gets thrown into le blender. Now after that, doubling up cheddar cheese. I had to grate mine because I always buy blocks of cheese because I like to buy it from Costco or buy it in bulk because then I keep them vacuum packed because they last so much longer, and then I make sure I always have cheese on. Gonna toss that in there. Cheesy paw. I mean, who doesn't like broccoli and cheese together? Am I right? Now we have that, time to add our broccoli. Just cut the heads off, break up the pieces, the floret with little tops, and just throw them in the blender as well. Okay. Now that all that's combined, just power this baby up and blend it. That's why it's important to have a good blender. It's blended very, very nicely in there. It's super creamy, it's all mixed together. I'm gonna add some seasoning, a little there, a little there. I also find myself lately putting oregano on basically everything. Since I did that, I'm gonna give it one more little pulse. Pulsing. And she's mixed. Next, let's pour into our molds. Here is our lovely egg bite molds. So I know I talked about my little carrying case in my last video that I'm obsessed with, but I also need to show you these little molds. These are perfect size to make your little egg bites in. They're silicone. They fill them up, drop it all in. When I cook it, once they're done, let them cool a little bit. They have the lids. Pop the lid on, and then it's already a storage container. Just throw it right in the fridge, just like that. Don't have to do anything else. So easy. So this is the other bonus. So using a blender to mix everything together. It has a little spout. All you gotta do is pour. I always be careful, that one definitely overflowed. And you don't wanna go too high to the top because they will rise a little bit. So like, don't do what I just did. See if I can give it a little dance to make it, we're just gonna make a mess. Shocker. Boing. Oh. Voila! Normally, not making this much of a mess. I'm gonna make this one, the prettier, cleaner one, as my bottom row. And then you stack to the next row, they're offset. Get my little handy carrying case. Just like with baking, you add in 1 cup of water to the bottom, and then you take your carrying case, drop it down. Lock it in. You may be wondering what this little tab thing I have on top is. Normally when I'm cooking, it sits underneath my cabinet. So this helps redirect the steam. You can change the directions as you need to make sure that you're not basically releasing the steam underneath your cabinets to get a lot of moisture buildup, etc. I'll link to it and the blog post as well. So then we're gonna go to steam for 10 minutes and then we naturally release it. Now we're gonna let it heat up, cook it, and then release, and then we'll pull it out and we'll be good to go. But this one is gonna be a mess. Because why? I don't know. I've literally made these, I don't even know how many times, and never made such a mess like I am today. The one day I'm filming is when suddenly I'm pushes right in and splashed all over the place. The drama. We'll get through this. Now let's let these babies cook. They're done. Open this up and see how they are. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Like I figured, big mess. Ooh. Lots of steam. Definitely not gonna be as pretty. I kind of made a crazy mess. Oi! But you see, they grow a little while cooking. By a little, I mean... I promise you guys, normally it's kind of pretty. Not this time. The good news is they're still very much edible. It is just gonna be a little bit harder to put the lid on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to push them back in. Very hot. Ow. Maybe I'll use this. Don't make a mess like I did. We can recover from this mess, pushing them in there. I'm not joking when I say I baby. I don't even know how many times, because I love them. They're so easy. You make a batch on a Sunday, and then the rest of the week, you just say, oh, pop them in and go. Why go to Starbucks when you can bring the bucks to your home? And then my lid just goes on, and then I can store these in the fridge. Since we're scraping, let's taste it. Oh, it's perfect. It's delicious. Trust, believe, you'll love it. You can do a lot of different flavors. You can mix it up. I mean, obviously there's like the bacon Gruyere fancy one. You can also do like a mushroom Swiss one. I have gone crazy before and actually had leftover summer sausage and I put it in there. If you're gonna do salty meats like that, just be careful on salting it because then they get like little salt licks, sodium block. Be a little careful there. Like I said, I do double batch for me and Cristobal. We usually eat 2 at a time. Each of these makes 7, 8 bites. So this makes 14. So for 2 of us, we can go for a week. I'll link to them in the blog post as well because you do need to have these in order to make it. I've not made anything else in them, but I'm sure you can get crafty, reuse them for muffins or something like that. But yeah. And then the other thing, so your Instant Pot itself looks clean. Trust me when I say that that seal inside the lid will smell like eggs if you don't clean it good. But that's that. Super easy, great breakfast thing to do. So thanks for watching a new video from Professional Amateur. Make sure to go back to the blog, jcampbell.com/professionalamateur to check out some of the other videos and make sure you like, comment if you're gonna make it yourself. If you do make it, please reach out, let me know. I wanna hear how it goes. And yeah, I'll get to making more videos.